It's happening way too often. It just make you wonder, like, how can so much stuff really be contaminated? So let's just jump right into it. And I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. Of course, I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey. Back to the personal situation. Let's head into this Dollar Tree over in Maplewood. Stable Milk is also A plus. These past few years showed me. Hey family, welcome back to another video. Today is Saturday, so happy Saturday and welcome along. Saturdays we just get together and discuss some news, some comments, some reports, and see exactly what is going on. This is Shauna, and I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. We got some recalls to discuss. I see that it was another recall for some shrimp. It was definitely another recall on some eggs, and then some more recalls on some tomatoes. I mean, recall after recall after recall. So let's see what products were recalled. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and jump into some of this shrimp that was recalled, the reasons it was recalled, and was it put out there in time for enough people, to toss it out or get their refund? Because y'all know with some of these recalls, right? With some of these recalls, it's a little bit too late. A lot of people don't consume the product already, y'all. We are at the part. The FDA did go ahead and announce a recall of more than 44,000 pounds of shrimp, y'all. Why? It was contaminated with listeria. Once again, if you can't get away from listeria, you're definitely going to run into some salmonella. It's one or the other. So the FDA did issue a recall for 44,550 pounds of Bornstein Seafoods frozen shrimp, the cooked and peeled, ready to eat cold water shrimp meat. It was recalled after it was discovered that it may have been contaminated with listeria, y'all. So the bags of recalled Bornstein Seafood shrimp were produced in, Bellingham, Washington, and sold to distributors and retailers in California, Oregon, Washington, and British Columbia of Canada, y'all. So if you thought because you was in Canada, you was in the clear. No, nope. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. So the FDA said the products may have been distributed to more retailers nationwide. So it's unclear if more is affected. So Bornstein Seafoods discovered the issue during routine testing when an in-process shrimp sample was found to be contaminated with listeria, y'all. The company has seized all distribution of the products as it further investigates the problem. Here's everything that you need just in case you do have any of those bags of shrimp there. We'll go ahead and link this in a pinned comment down below because we know, when it comes to these recalls, we want to go ahead and try to make it serious. I mean, take it serious, make it serious, take it serious. So instead of just going by those articles, we like to definitely go to that FDA website right here. You just go ahead and click it just like that. You go to the FDA website and you definitely check out those recalls. Everything, you just scroll. Sometimes it'll show you pictures, sometimes it won't. But it's better when the pictures are shown, right? So we know exactly what the packaging look like. So hopefully that did help someone. If you do have it, you should be able to get a refund. And if not, if you feel safe to consume it, take the chance. I wouldn't advise it. And if you want to toss it out, toss it out. But see me, I want my refund. So let me know if y'all remember this happening, because honestly, when it come down to the next recall, I feel like it escalated very quickly. 1 million eggs recalled over what? The salmonella concerns, y'all. I swear this went from a few daggone cases, thousands, now over 1 million eggs recalled. So what does this mean for egg prices? Are egg prices gonna go up again? Is that what it means? So August Egg Company is recalling more than 1.7 million cartons of shelled eggs. Why? Because the eggs may be contaminated with salmonella. Where? So the recall affects multiple states, y'all, including Arizona, California, Illinois, Indiana, Nebraska, New Mexico, Nevada, Washington and Wyoming, y'all. So, August Egg Company is recalling more than 1.7 million cartons of shell eggs due to salmonella. The recall was prompted by reports of salmonella infections linked to the eggs, with 79 cases reported across 7 states, including what we mentioned. Um, so the Arizona, California, and Washington, 21 people have been hospitalized. Thankfully, there were no deaths. So the recall announced on June 6th involved various types of eggs, including organic, cage-free, brown, and omega-3 varieties. These eggs were distributed from February 3rd, 2025 through May 15th, 2025, with the sell-by date ranging from March 4th, 2025 to June 19th, 2025. The affected eggs can be identified by plant codes P6562 or CA5330, or the Julian dates between 32 and 1 all the way to 126. So according to the recall, these eggs were sold at major retailers such as Walmart, Save Mart, and even Safeway. Consumers should discard or return the affected eggs. You can get your money back, or you can go ahead and just toss it out. It's definitely your choice. But with the price of everything and eggs being one of, the top things on everyone's, grocery list, I don't see anyone just tossing it out. And plus they still costly to me. They're not dirt cheap. It's not like $1 and change per dozen. I kind of want my little refund too. So consumers are advised to immediately stop using the recall eggs and return them to the place of purchase for a full refund. The recall notice emphasizes the importance of cleaning and sanitizing, of course, any surface that it did come in contact with. So August Egg Company has taken steps to address the issue by diverting eggs to an egg breaking plant for pasteurization to eliminate any potential pathogens. The company is also conducting an internal review to prevent future occurrences, y'all. So for more information, if you need it, you can contact 1-800-710-2554 between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. They're not facing any legal action, but top class action follows recalls closely, as they sometimes lead to those lawsuits. So definitely watch out for that egg recall. Like I said, it's another rising thing, over 1.7 million. Wow. Things of eggs recall. That's crazy, y'all. And here's what some of the packaging do look like. They're also saying that the salmonella outbreak out west, it impacted, a few people in New Jersey. And they're also saying that it's not even clear how 2 people in New Jersey got sick from the outbreak, but I guess they're going to go ahead and investigate. They're also saying that it's possible that some contaminated eggs were sold in New Jersey, but haven't even been identified yet. So just because your state wasn't mentioned, don't mean that your state won't eventually make the list, because they're not even sure yet. Like they said, 2 people got sick, but it wasn't identified yet that the outbreak is in New Jersey, but they're saying that it's very possible. So you have the Clover, Sonoma, organic, cage-free eggs here. And then I think that's organics, cage-free large brown eggs there that made the list. Like I said, we're going to include the link down below so you can pull up all the pictures and, the codes that you need for those eggs, because it's a bunch of different eggs that's on this recall list. You have the Simple Truth large brown cage-free eggs. Um, just go click the link, and everything that you need you'll be able to find through that link. Especially, if you're taking it serious, for this egg, outbreak. It's ridiculous again. Like we recently just went through this, and the price of eggs was crazy. I mean, it was the bird flu, and then we also had that little recall, a little big recall. We had a recall on eggs as well. Um, so I don't really see it going away. And even if it do seem like it's going away for a while, it tends to bounce back faster and faster nowadays. So now we have another recall, and this recall involves a nice little treat. Y'all know temps broke. You might consume some, to kind of keep you cool. So some ice cream was just recently recalled as well. So let's jump right into that to see, which ice cream it was. Is it still on the store shelves? If you have it, can you get a refund? You're gonna toss it out? What you gonna do?
So let's see exactly what ice cream was recalled.
All right, so the ice cream recall update as FDA is set a nationwide risk level, y'all. So thousands of ice cream products have been recalled after they were found to be mislabeled and did not have a clear allergen information, y'all. So which one is this one? It's the Rocky Road ice cream product. Let's see, from June 2nd, the FDA has since released its classification of the recall to a class 2. Um, so here's what's going on with this ice cream here. So it's the Unilever, if I'm not mistaken, manufacturer. They initiated the recall voluntarily after discovering that the Rocky Road ice cream product was packaged in a chocolate truffle ice cream labeled with a Rocky Road ice cream label lid. But it wasn't the Rocky Road. It wasn't Rocky Road. I are looking exactly for the packaging. You might see it. Might look real familiar. It's the Breyers ice cream, y'all. So it's the Breyers ice cream that's been recalled nationwide, y'all. Of course, it's that undeclared almonds as we already discussed. So it's the Rocky Road ice cream sold in a chocolate truffle tubs of ice cream. So you'll think it's chocolate truffle, but it ain't. It's Rocky Road.
So if you love shopping at Safeway or Albertsons, they're actually supposed to be going on strike soon, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that it's due to like unfair labor, of course. And it happens, unfortunately, with a lot of companies. You know, you got the employees, they either not getting paid enough, not enough time off, overwork and underpaid. It's a lot. So they're actually supposed to be going on strike. So let's find out more about that, because if you do shop at any of those stores, it just might affect you.
All right, so we have Safeway and Albertson workers rejects the latest offer intended to strike. So the United Food and Commercial Workers Local 7 rejected the latest offer from Safeway and Albertsons ACI and delivered a 72-hour notice that its employees plan to terminate their current contract extension and go on strike. They saying we took the decision very seriously and concluded that after so many months of bargaining, Safeway and Albertsons was giving us no choice but to further escalate our contract campaign. That's what they're saying. Over the last few weeks, Safeway grocery store workers in Colorado pushed for an unfair labor practice strike to address the company's perceived failure to negotiate fairly with employees and resolve understaffing at the state's major grocers. So they went ahead and they told them that they have been working with King Supers and City Market, asking their employees to take less in healthcare and in retirement benefits, and even cutting benefits for retirees. What kind of nonsense is that? The union also, like you got a union, they better be for them. I mean, the union is supposed to be for the workers. So the union, they also highlighted that the two largest traditional grocery chains in the U.S., Kroger and Albertsons, where we at, have been working with King Supers and City Market, asking their employees to take less in healthcare and retirement. Yep. They also highlighted that the two largest, yes, we went over this in hours, have seen record profits over the last few years and have given billions of dollars to Wall Street investors. So instead of giving the money to them, they're giving them to Wall Street investors. Like, what is going on? Right.
And believe it or not, this is something I didn't even know. I didn't know that they was actually sitting there bargaining for 9 months straight. How are they going back and forth for 9 months and don't come up to with no deal? That don't make no sense. Keon, come from over there. They didn't come up with no deal. Like, if you have unhappy employees, you're gonna have unhappy customers too. Like, they need to do their job. They want to do their job, and they want to be good at what they do, and they want to, I want to come in with a smile. I want to be happy, but if I'm constantly unhappy at the place I work, is either I'm going to leave or possibly go on strike. But I'll probably just leave. But if a strike is needed, a strike is needed. And if they can't meet in the middle, then I guess they're going to be walking off. So June 11th, they did go ahead and they decided that, hey, we're giving you our 3-day notice and we are going on strike. So they're definitely going on strike, y'all. Let me know how y'all feel about that. If y'all knew about the Safeway and Albertsons strike happening, do y'all feel as if, well, maybe they do need more? Like, how y'all gonna say they're gonna be getting less in retirement, less sick pay, and what was it, less holidays or something like that? The deal is for them to get less Come on, we gotta make it make sense. They're already understaffed and overworked, just like Dollar Tree, for instance, Dollar General, even some Walmarts. Gotta do better. You know, these are the people that actually push, you know, the economy. You know, you're gonna need the workers to continue to shopping in the stores in general. You know, there's no other way around it. So the strike could officially start midnight of June 15th. So if you do shop at them stores, just expect, you know, for it to be low staff. If, you know, a lot of people do plan to actually walk out and join the strike. With so much going on, everybody got their mixed feelings, you know, on whether it's not, you know, it's being done on purpose or, you know, it's just something that happens. In my opinion, I think recalls are out of hand, and it's been getting worse and worse each and every single year. And recalls should not be happening as often as it is. And I've just been hearing like so many different stuff. I've been, you know, talking to people that's not from the United States. Fans, it's just out, just having conversations, conversing with people that's not from here. You know, even telling us like with the foods, they're like, what's a recall? When it comes down, you know, to people who live in other countries, they're like, recalls. They don't have recalls nearly as twice as what we have here in the United States. They even was talking about how pure the food is. I was at a few car lots and, you know, people from different countries, basically. They're talking about how pure the food is. You're not getting sick as often because guess what? The stuff that you're eating can make you sick, especially here. You know, especially here. You know, back where they're from, everything is like pure, or you eating from the earth or whatever, and it's hardly anything recalled. It's crazy. You know, when it comes to the United States, it's supposed to be one of those countries, right? But we're not safe no matter what. So we gotta continue to move on with the move on at the end of the day. We just live in a world of what's gonna happen next. Pretty much at the end of the day. But we're going to leave this video right here where it's at. If you are new here and you did enjoy today's video, all you got to do is leave your input in the comments, you know, down below. Which I think we should discuss next. I know Elon and Musk, they still kind of clashing. I think one of them said they apologize and they trying to make up. I'm not too sure. I honestly ain't been keeping up with it because save the drama for the llama, right? Save it for the llama. It's crazy, but it's entertaining for a lot of people. But I left it right there where it's at. I read it. I think we talked about it a little bit like last week. And that was the last time I touched up on it. Somebody was just telling me that they made up. I don't know if it's true. I really don't know. But that's what somebody was telling me. I didn't even do my own research. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. They got money. They ain't got no real problems. They tripping. Unless they all just lose their money. But it is what it is. If you did enjoy today's video, all you have to do is subscribe to become part of the family. We'd love to have you here. We just sit down, relax, talk about some things. Sometimes we go shopping. We don't go shopping as nearly as much as we used to go shopping. Like, I'm literally hardly in the stores anymore. Purpose of stockpiling, you know, you live off your stockpile when you have to. And if you don't feel like going out, you can always go to your little, you know, your stockpile. I saw that, Keon. You know, we started the segment of, you know, under $10 meals. So I'm trying to incorporate that slowly into the channel, see how it do. Y'all have any ideas for the under $10 meals? Definitely come let us know. You know, some things that y'all think we should go ahead and, you know, prep or cook up over here. We'd definitely love to do that. Sometimes we'll go live cooking up those under $10 meals. Definitely trying to change it up, especially with me not shopping as much as I used to, because this channel was really focused on us going shopping, and people love to see people shop. You know, we was comparing prices. Y'all like, well, a loaf of bread over in my state only costs, you know, $1.09, while in my state it costs nearly $3 and change. So we love like the comparison of, you know, what it's like in your state versus mine. So we're gonna leave this video where is that for the last time. You guys like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, let them know Shauna over here at Moments With Us Prepping would love to have you guys here. And that is pretty much it. Until next time, you all stay prepped, stay blessed, stay safe, and most of all remain beautiful queens and kings. Love you all and God bless. We officially up out of here. And we've been walking more. I just walked the kids to the park, y'all. And they just ran around. Well, we all played around, but We just ran around and all, y'all. We getting our little counts in. But we've been here for like 2 hours and a half. We out of here. Y'all be safe. Love you all. Peace.